Hello, welcome to my channel. It's July 13th, about 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And I've made some videos about Ouroboros Taurus field, and I found a natural phenomenon in the clouds showing it. What we've got here is halo wave to Ouroboros Taurus field. Here it's right here. Here's the halo wave. Here, well, it's easier. Here's the Ouroboros Taurus field. It's the ring, and that is rolling all the way around in one inward and outward. It's two different flows. And then we have the halo wave, which is the heavier cloud that's kind of upside down pyramid shaped, kind of like the atom bomb. The atom bomb and nuclear bomb, this is the exact same thing. You always saw the mushroom cloud. That was halo wave to Ouroboros Taurus field and energy talk. It's important because it's the basis for the very simplest form to explain everything on our planet and in our universe. So that's something that I now have a frame of reference of as I, think things through. It's no longer the Newtonian model. It's all about energy and energy flow, electromagnetics. And that really does help. Today I had the aha moment of, Eric and I were always talking about the moon doing cartwheels. Another interesting cloud showing energy flow. And real quickly, I'll get back to that. But you can see here, all these other clouds, they're all normal, which they are. These are normal clouds. Everything's hazy because of the electric haze, the Cherenkov radiation. That's why we're seeing that. Why the clouds are hard to. All the clouds are hard to seem obscured, especially over here, like right around here. Sun's up there. I'm trying to block the camera. So, but then you have this one and this one here. They look different. That layer, the energy flow is different than the other clouds, so clouds are showing us differently. But anyways, back to the solidifying. The moon is on it. The Earth is on its side because the moon is showing us. And by turning like a clock at 15 degrees an hour, the exact same speed the Earth is rotating on its axis, providing us night and day. So, solidified basically. Now, speaking of how we're taught, the Earth the poles are vertically oriented, and to get the seasons, basically the Earth tilts this way and this way to provide summer and winter throughout the globe. And even in the poles, the polar areas, we end up with 23-hour days of sunlight. The winter, 23 hours of darkness. We've all learned that. And that's because the Earth is tilting 22 degrees or 23 degrees each direction from when it levels out in the ecliptic at the spring and fall equinoxes. That's when the Earth is back level again, per the ecliptic plane, with the moon and the sun and all the other planets just like everywhere it should be. So as the seasons change, which is tipping the North Pole back, and the southern hemisphere is more towards the sun, so they have summer, and then less light is coming in the north, or energy technically is coming in the northern hemisphere, so it's winter. And then it does this for the northern hemisphere summer and the southern hemisphere winter. Well, I get questions like, well, if the Earth is tilted on its side, which, yeah, it did, then why do we still have the seasons? And I can explain that right now, and that's because, as I said, tilting this way, a pole is towards the sun, then away from the sun, and the other one's closer. Well, guess what? When your poles are still, basically your poles did this and stayed perpendicular to the sun. Well, when you go this way, you still have the night and day, and you still have your seasons, because it doesn't matter whether it was this way or this way, everything still works. Seasons, night and day, some spring, summer, fall, everything. So sorry guys. But anyways, so that's the reason why we still have seasons even though the Earth is tilted on its side. And we have an example of a planet on its side in our very own solar system named Uranus. So you can't say it isn't possible. It's all electromagnetically based. Our north poles of our Earth magnet is reacting to a larger magnetic field in our solar system. Hence why we live in a trinary sun system, because you can't, we are magnetically, Earth and all the planets are magnetically connected. Let's get some new scenery. They're magnetically connected. So the sun is obviously the major magnet there, but the other planets are all connected to it through curved magnetic field lines, which if you look at Enlil tool, you'll see that. It's not linear, it's curved. Energy curves. So how do you overpower a magnet that's locked in for over 10 years? Like as long as we've been tilted over, because that's how long the moon's been turning like a clock. So, it's possible a planet could come along, but I think you would have to stay there. Wouldn't it? It'd have to be in the same position to continue to affect us, where, all the other planets around us, they move along. So, but the only other way to affect Earth like that, and the other planets, which we've seen plenty of evidence of, even NASA will tell us, all kinds of things, about what's going on, and just it's subtle, but it's there. So that would take a larger magnet. So to overpower something long-term like Earth, which you would have to overpower the sun's magnetic field, the big boy, well, you would have to be a bigger magnet, aka another sun. So planet Nibiru, Planet X, it's just don't have the ability to do such a thing. The things that we're seeing, the major wobble day to day. I mean, I'm working on a video, so plenty of proof for talking about the ecliptic plane, and sometimes, when you've been at work all day out in the heat, your brain is a little tired. And the zodiac constellations. So that's coming too. I know I've babbled on here, but I'm working on a Facebook thing for today as well. Everything, all the evidence we've seen in our skies, besides the moon, of course, the energy flow. I'm not going to give away all the details. I'll make a post and it'll be there available for other people to share. So if you haven't seen the moon yet, go look. 2 times 4 hours apart. Go take a nap in between, go read a book, do whatever you want to do. Look at the moon, note the Terminator line, the light shadow line, or the major craters on the Earth. You know, that you can see if the moon happens to be full when you check it out. Either way, it's easy to tell. 15 degrees clockwise in the northern hemisphere, counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere. 4 hours apart, you'll see about 60 degrees of rotation. And we are seeing some variations of that now, or less and more, you know, really no more than, it's never more than 180. Sometimes we're seeing some variations in with Earth wobble and well, I'm getting to that too, so that's something I'm working on as well. So anyways, all right guys, it's been fun. Hope to do another one soon for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Share. I don't care if you sub. Well, I'm never going to monetize. This information will remain free because it's important. It's not something that needs to be, that someone's got to pay for. So it's going to be available. And I download every one of my videos. I got them saved, so if I lose my channel, I'll just upload them somewhere else or make a new one if anything ever happens. But so far so good. All right, later.